we are again with another city partner. Today we have Keyona Meeks from Alabama. How are things down there in Alabama? What have you been up to on your end?
Okay. So to answer the first question, hot. To answer the second question, what have we been up to? What haven't we been up to? A bunch of things. So we're, finding founders, making deals. Me personally, I'm a DJ too.
Oh.
And I just booked a festival.
Okay,
Yes.
Congrats.
October 2nd, come to Beham. But also, send me your pitch deck.
Yeah.
Did my things.
How because Alabama, you don't hear much about it. Just like, talking everywhere. I guess it seems to be like the common theme, being in these spaces that could really use the uplift. There's tons of talent, but not tons of capital. What have been some of the things you've been dealing with or fighting through so far in your journey?
I'll definitely say, when it comes to talent in the local ecosystem, so there's quite a few efforts and quite a few people that are devoted full time into upskilling our local talent. So we're really passionate down in the dirty South about taking the talent that we do have and prepping them for the economy that we need, as opposed to trying to outsource people. That is a part of the country that has been disadvantaged, and for a very long time, particularly Black people in that part of the country have been left behind when it comes to wealth generation. So a key part of that is doing right by those people and upskilling that talent. So that is an effort that a lot of people are getting in on. Even me, with my venture capital organization, we've put some grant money. We have a grant with Microsoft. Okay. It's us, Microsoft, and then another local organization called Innovate Birmingham. And all together, we are looking at what does the tech ecosystem in Birmingham need? And then we are upskilling training for that. We actually just finished, literally a week ago, our very first cohort. So grateful for that. Microsoft gave us $300K to make that happen. So big fans there. Shout out Bill Gates. Shout out Bill Gates' son. I heard he's eligible. Anyways. So something that's also really interesting is we just came out that Birmingham has the tightest labor market, meaning that I don't remember if it was looking at a lot of the major U.S. cities or what metrics it was. Regardless, we do have a tight labor market, meaning that there's not a lot of unemployed people in Birmingham, which is awesome. So now the step is, how do we continue that momentum? Because zero unemployment is the goal. Everyone who's looking for a job should have a job. And then how do we make sure those jobs are high quality? Yeah, we do not need another McDonald's coming into town offering people $12 an hour. Please. Fuck off Mickey D's, we don't need it. We're looking on how to get high quality, dynamic jobs into the economy. So that's the long answer to that question.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's actually pretty awesome, because a lot of people say, workforce development and all those different things, but it's really just old factory jobs. Everybody's fighting for coal, and there's nothing speaking towards the jobs of the future, or giving people the opportunity just to put some equity behind, funding behind their ideas. A lot of people have new ideas. You see it happening in the Los Angeleses and whatnot with their clean tech incubators. And what ideas do you have for how we can save ourselves over the next 10 to 20 years? And everything kind of speaks to that. More and more. So it's good to see that you are fighting to not just let's kill unemployment, but let's make sure that we are creating opportunities for the jobs to come and putting people in a position to be a part of that future as well.
Yeah. So am I answering 10, 20 years?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. I have many ideas. I gave a presentation yesterday. So you've already heard this, but for the audience's edification. So I definitely believe in the vision of a healed South. A South that, this is where a lot of shit went down here in this part of the country. And so that uniquely positions this part of the country to be driving the healing that America needs to go through over the next, several decades to century. This is a country built on stolen land and blood. And it's in order for us to like really address all the issues that have come out of that, especially like post World War II, and that's when a lot of issues became like institutionalized. In terms of like redlining, the widening of the generational wealth gaps, and allowing corporations to go, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs with their distribution of profits, stock buybacks. Let me not get started, but I see Alabama and the South in general, because I grew up in Louisiana and Texas. So even though I went to school in SoCal, I'm very much so a Southerner. It's where I was born. And it's where I feel called. It's where my ministry is. It's important to me to close that black wealth gap, and to get black people money. And to like see that happen over the next 10, 20 years would be glorious. But how to make it happen, I think it is going to require an all hands on deck situation. We need economies that are dynamic, that are resilient, that are versatile. So that way people from all different kinds of walks of life who have different kind of mindsets can find places for them that are quality, that in which they can contribute actively and have a real impact. What's so beautiful about automation is that it takes away a lot of the jobs that nobody needs to be doing. Like, eventually, I would love to have an AI that can handle all the customer service calls. That would be fabulous, because those are sucky jobs for people to have. Same thing with like work that can potentially harm people's, body. I would love for that to not exist anymore and be replaced by better, higher quality, higher paid work. So that's what a dynamic, resilient economy means. I know, I keep going on these tangents. We're gonna need a lot more focus from the state, the county, the cities, all across the state, all across the region, to be like, we have to make innovation at the center of our economy. And then we need to empower all kinds of communities. Universities are like obvious. Yeah, universities and colleges, 4 year, 2 years, all of them. And other workforce programs. And then going in unconventional places like churches. And community centers, where you already going to where the people are instead of necessarily making new spaces for them to go. So we're gonna need a lot of innovative, creative thinkers to go and find people and make sure we're building communities intentionally. So a lot of it looks like, I wish I'd give you like a bullet point list, but it really is. I came to this conclusion the other day. I was watching some like communism history documentary, and I was like, I think I understand why this never works. It's because with people, it's just too many dynamics going on in like a big society or economy for any one body to be controlling everything. Yeah. Like, you need to give people the tools to see the problems that are local to them and fix them, or see the problems that they're passionate about, even if it's far away, and be able to fix them. But in order to do that, so we can talk innovation all day, but I strongly believe in universal basic income and a very strong social safety net. I've done some work with founders across the pond, and they just they don't have a lot of the issues that we have.
I find that interesting too, all the time.
All the time. It's like something that I despise is the hustle culture, the being like, yeah, no, you just need to be on your grind. Never stop stopping, never stop working. Like, it's just ridiculous. You should be able to have a time for work and a time for play and a time for rest. That's how you live like a full, fulfilled life. And too often in the startup culture, that hustle mentality is like romanticized, and like, it's bullshit. Like, you should be able to live comfortably and build a company that solves a problem and it's going to create jobs. Why do you need to sacrifice like food and shelter in order to do that?
And mental health.
Yeah, we need to be and your mental health, It's like, how you going to start a company if you're dead? You can't. Ghosts don't make companies. Put that on a shirt. Ghosts don't make companies. So you have to take care of yourself. But the problem is that we don't have a lot of institutional, dedicated resources for these founders. So yes, innovation and depots and co-working spaces and grants and blah blah blah. But first, I would really love to see like healthcare. like everyone has insurance, and you're able to apply for like a stipend to cover your expenses for the first like 6 months that you're trying to get your company off the ground. Like the money is there. I think growing up as a low income black girl in the South, I just thought there was like limited resources and always had like this like scarcity mentality. And since getting into the venture capital space, I'm like, oh snap. There's literally buku money everywhere. There's so much money that people don't know what to do with it. And I'm like, why do we still have all these issues? And there are answers to that question. But at the end of the day, we have the resources. Like as a people, as a species, we got the resources to make this happen. We just simply have to do it.
Yes.
And so that is what I need to happen in the next 10, 20 years, is for all of people's basic needs to be met so that way they can be innovators. If anyone wants to reply and talk about how, but this founder did it with this much money, I don't care. Like they shouldn't have had to.
Yeah.
A lot of suffering and struggling is just unnecessary, and I would love to see Americans stop romanticizing suffering.
Yeah, I saw a tweet earlier that said, let's normalize black people raising money not because they need it. Like how many people just raise because they can, and like, you know, how many companies have reserves and like the ability to, you know, like we're okay for a bit, and when we're not, we can tap into this. But it's not, again, getting away from that hustle culture. Even it shouldn't even be up on that level either. But so we see where you're trying to go in the grand scheme 10, 20 years down the line. How about the immediate? Now that we have this program, we have the resources, the network, creating these opportunities for you to make, like, you know, some impact right now. What does it look like fresh off the bat? Like, how are you planning to approach things?
These last few days have been just like phenomenal in terms of like all the ideas that have been spraying. That's why you see me like before
I can take that.
You said what?
Been a couple. I'm gonna take that.
I'm gonna take There've been several times throughout this weekend where I was like, oh, that's an excellent idea. I'm just gonna copy paste, like Control C, Control V. You're cool with that? It doesn't matter if you are. I'm doing it anyways. But something that I'm really excited about is potentially hosting a fair of sorts where there's some like initial education on what crowdfunding is, how refunder works, and then letting the public kind of just like roam around, have booths with local startups, and just like you would at like a kid's science fair, having that, but like for people to go, and then you scan a QR code, and it was like, how much do you want to invest? And it's like 100, 1,000, 10,000 custom amount, you know? And just like just have like a mass like deal day happening. Because I've seen for a long time, like the end of gatekeeping investments. Because right now, I mean, and there are certain gates that are being kept for a reason. But the thing is, with the internet, there's this beautiful way to educate so many people, and for free.
Yeah.
So I'd love to take advantage of that, teach them about crowdfunding, and what's also great about WeFunder is that because there's like a cap to how much you can spend on the platform in a year, what is it, like $2,000? You're not gonna go bankrupt from $2,000, and if you are, then like.
And that's actually on a raise.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even like the full thing. That's if you're unaccredited. Yeah, so like you still have the ability to bounce around if you like. It's super. It's even going back to what you're saying about like giving the community opportunity to kind of like judge what they want, the things they want to come in and help it grow. We never get a say in that. That's why you always look around and you're like, we have another one of those stores. It doesn't really benefit the folks. I remember there was a after school program that did that, and all the artist teachers that wanted to get the residents, we had to have a booth, and all the students that were going to take the classes went around and judged all the teachers and asked questions and did interviews, and then at the end they kind of decided. Yes, and they ended up choosing their after school curriculum. So I've seen it work on those different levels, and I'm pretty sure on a community wide level, especially there's so many folks that want diversity and they want like, oh man, I hate that I have to order on Amazon or have to ride all the way to Walmart. But if there was like something within proximity that we all agree upon, that we all also own.
Yeah. Customers
so
as investors is like a revolutionary idea. Like allowing people to be involved and not just your like the growth of your business, but like in investing in the business's long-term future. I would probably only exclusively go to the coffee shop that I gave like $1,000 to. It's like, what kind of coffee do you want? I want that one.
The one with my name on it.
The one with my name on it. Only that one. Just so that's clear. Oh, we have an event. Do I have the coffee shop for you? Understanding that like business, I think, has this reputation of being like distinct and impersonal and just separate from people, when it's not. Business and people are one and the same. And I think if we can shift our understanding about that, and we can do that by involving the community on a more intimate, like one-to-one company level, we can make a lot of awesome things happen. And then the community is empowered to invest in the things that they want to be there. I know for me, like my hometown, Zachary, Louisiana, nobody lives there. But legit, there are 4 car washes in town. Like my graduating, like senior class was like 800 people. What we need 4 car washes for? Like just to get a sense of the population size. Like, what we need 4 car washes for? Especially when we didn't need 1 car wash in the first place. Just wait for the rain. We live in Louisiana. Yeah. Just throw some soap on the car. Like wait a few hours and boom, that's a clean car. But like that's like my personal vendetta against car washes. But yeah, no. So I'd love to see the community be like, yeah, we want this, as opposed to like one dude who's the city manager. You know, screw that one dude. We all live here. Yeah. And we're gonna make the decisions. So yeah, no. Things like this. Anyway. Power to the people. That's
So greatly appreciate it. I love everything that you've been doing thus far. I look forward to everything that you're going to, contribute to the world moving forward. Where can everyone find you so they can follow along with things that are happening? Yeah.
Okay, let's see. So you can definitely follow my company. Well, it's not my company, but it's a company that in which I am employed. Bronze Valley, like the metal. You can follow us on LinkedIn. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram. I'm most active. I'm the only one running the social media. So if you see it hasn't been active in a while, it means I'm busy, and I'm sorry. So you can follow us on LinkedIn, which I'm the most active on. You can, if you want to follow me personally, you want to come to my sets, you in Beham, you want to party with me, you can follow me at Kmeeks, which is, it's like Egyptian goddess. I'm gonna spell it out for you. It's SEKHMETIC. Boom. Or you can just look at my name on Instagram, it'll pop up. So yeah, lots of ways to follow me.
So thank you very much, Keyona Meeks from Alabama.